Hello everyone, my name is James Suhan. I'm a graduate support engineer here at E1 Solutions. And in this video, I'm going to go through kind of a common thing that I see a lot in support where people will create a new BC environment that they're going to be using and they have their old one and they're not quite sure what to do when it comes to the connection and how to go from there. So I'm just going to kind of go through the process of what you should do, kind of how it works, and making sure that you still get all your query builder lists, widgets, everything that you have going into the new environment easily without having to rebuild them. So here we are inside of Business Central currently. And as you can see, I'm just in my basic sandbox environment where all of my PopDoc stuff is currently. So if in this situation here, I have new sandbox environment, I got new stuff, I want to connect to it, and that's what I'm going to be using from here on out, and I'm going to end up deleting this one. But in this original sandbox, I have all of my information, all my query builder lists, all that stuff, everything inside my PopDoc BC sandbox connector here. All of this stuff is in the old but is not in the new. So how do I get all these lists and widgets over into the new one without having to rebuild them or do something else? So this process is actually pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So the main brunt of what we're going to do is all involved right here, right in this connection settings. So right here, as you can see, the environment is sandbox, which matches right here. So if I want the BC connector pointed to the new one, I would just change the environment to sandbox new, reconnect, and republish. Because also in the same situation, this sandbox new is also a direct copy of production. So anything that's already existing in the current production will also be the same. It's quick and easy, seamless. Very common thing that happens a lot when people are creating a new dev sandbox environment is they just make a copy of production. So what I'm going to do here, so I can see it's sandbox underscore new. It's going to go right here, and we'll just go sandbox underscore new. Then one thing I always like to check is I'll just head over into the new sandbox environment real quick. Like I said, copy production. All the information should be there already. We are just going to go companies just to double check and make sure. Cronus USA Inc. All that's good. It is a sandbox environment and it's still using the same tenant ID. We're just going to go ahead and connect. So now it is going to have me sign in once more. We'll have to hit the authenticator real quick. So let me just grab that. Okay. Now we verify that. Either way, I just always hit yes, stay signed in. So now our connector's pointed to our new environment. So now it is looking here at this one rather than this one. But the big key is, our thing is still there. We still may have to update our extension because although these are published, they are not published to the new one. So now at this point, once we've gone ahead and reconnected that, we're just going to pull up our extension menu right here. And then all that's left to do is just publish to the new environment. If you have any dependencies, you can always run a comparison, make sure they're all there. So let's just say I have, I'm just going to be using, let's say I'm using Ceridian Payroll. So as you can see, I got it right there. It already exists. We could always run a compare against our production just to make sure it's all there. Yep, checks out, it's good. So that's pretty much all you really need to do there. Is then we would just go ahead, republish it, make sure all our dependencies are good, and then we're good to go because it's a copy of the production. All the same stuff is already going to be there. We're just using a new sandbox, and now we are safe to get rid of this old sandbox right here.